Hi, my name is Thaji Dias, and I'm the principal dancer of the Chitrasena Dance Company and also a teacher. Today I'll be talking to you about making your passion your career or your profession. A career to me, I mean, has always, been something that's, a part of my life and something that I have to be very passionate about to follow. Like, I, I wouldn't, I can't see myself doing like a desk job and sitting in one place from 8 to 5. So even if I was forced to do that, I wouldn't, I can't call that my profession or my career. So it's definitely something that I have to be passionate about and I really, really want to do. So nowadays, I feel that, a lot of children, even in the past, I don't think it has changed much, where, children are forced to follow different career paths. Because of different reasons, and they might not really want to do those things, but in my case really, I don't think anyone else had a choice, or anyone had a say of what I wanted to do. It was purely my choice, and this is what I really wanted to do, and that's what I did. I think it's, children are mostly discouraged when it comes to my profession. It's because of financial difficulties mainly. And so obviously a parent wouldn't want to see their child, struggling to earn money. Or so I think that would be reason number one when it comes to me and my profession. But of course, there are different reasons, like, family pressure. Like if everyone in your family is, have been doctors, then they have this thing of, you have to be a doctor. But I think my family would be a great example of where my father, who is Guru Chitrasena's son, is not actually a dancer. He is not an artist, but he is an electronic engineer, and he was a sportsman in school. And my grandfather never really forced him to, become a dancer just because he's his only son. But when it came to us, again, we were not forced, like I said, to, because our grandparents are in it, my aunts are in it, and cousins, and my mother, they're all dancers, but they never forced us to, say like, you have to do this. So I think it should be one's free will of what one wants to do for the rest of their life. I think parents are, of course, important in our lives, throughout our lives. And whatever they advise, I think their advice is necessary. And they do advise because not for any bad reason. It's always with some kind of good in their heart that they advise. So if they do advise you against your passion, then there must be some really good reason behind that. But again, advising and forcing one to do something is very different. Like even my parents would advise me on how I should do certain things, or but they never force me to do that. So if I choose to take their advice and go ahead with that, then that's again my choice. And if I choose to do otherwise, and then so be it. But I think parents' advice and their opinion is needed, and it's always valuable. But I think that's where it should stop, and then the choice should be the child's choice. Uh, so I shouldn't necessarily be an example of how you should follow your passion now, and especially in Sri Lanka. So because I kind of gave up everything that I did, and I only dance the whole day, right? So, but if you want to really make a living out of what you do, then now what we advise most students who want to take, continue to dance with us is that to study something else as well, like, even if it's a teacher training course or some kind of degree in a language degree or something where you can also, something you can fall back on, where you have the opportunity of teaching or doing another job that will bring you some kind of an income while you're dancing. So that's what we advise children to do now, and not do like a dance degree. We discourage them from doing a dance degree here in Sri Lanka. And we ask them to do something else so that they can, that they're financially stable, and then they can continue to dance and continue their passion on the side. But that's not what I did. So I just wanted to dance. So if you want to do just that, then you have to be open to all the challenges that you will have to face, and you have to be prepared for that mentally. So so you won't have this, cushy life, and so you have to kind of mentally be prepared for that. And I know a lot of children aren't mentally strong to be able to endure that kind of life. So they always see a nice bright future for themselves. And I mean, it's not that I don't see that for myself, but I just see it only through my dance, and not how I'm going to sleep or where my next meal is going to come from. Or so thankfully I have the support of my parents and family, that I don't have to really think of that as yet. But I know there will come a day where it's going to be extremely challenging for me. But I think I am mentally prepared for that. So you have to be mentally prepared if you want to only follow your passion in life. I think it's never too late to follow your passion, even if you're following a different career path. So that's what I was talking about earlier, where we advise children nowadays to follow something, to learn something else, and then also follow your passion on the side. So it's never too late unless you want to be a dancer. Whereas, dancers' lifespan or career span is very short. So like by the time you're 50, if you're lucky, like my grandmother and aunt who dance till they're 60. And if you don't have any ailments, then you can go on for that long. But I think max is like 50, 55. And then if if you're someone who wants to follow your passion after you're 50, then I don't think something like dance is what you would want to, do as a profession. But definitely, even if you're 60 or 70, you can still learn to dance. That's definitely, it's your choice. And but obviously you wouldn't, think of it as a career path. So it just depends on what you want to do, like painting or singing or learning music, learning another language. All those things are very possible even while you're following another career path. So I mean, I come from a family of dance, so I was born into the dance. So starting from my grandparents, who are, icons in the dance world, and then followed by my aunts, my cousins, my mother, everybody, my sister. So they're all dancers. So I just kind of very organically fell into this path, and I really didn't want to do anything else. And thankfully, I had parents who didn't force me to, follow something else, because I know kids who, have parents who, discourage you. Even now, even, kids of other artists or dancers, drummers, have seen how their kids are not actually following what they did. So they discourage them from wanting to become dancers or drummers. And it's really unfortunate to see that. But I think for me, it's I've just always done what I wanted to do. And I'm kind of like very thankful to that, for my parents, to my parents, and my aunt also, who's, my teacher. And I think I wouldn't be here today if not for all of them. So it's a difficult path to be on, but in one sense, that's what's exciting for me as well, because everything I have gained today or received today is out of my sheer hard work and sweat and blood, and that really gives me a lot of satisfaction. And I know I'm not taken like a shortcut to get to where I am, or and as the Chitrasena Dance Company, we don't perform all the time. We have, one performance a year mainly that we organize, and we don't perform at events and weddings. And so we give a lot of respect to what we do as artists. And so I think this, whatever name and fame, and if there is any fame to what I do, but I have gained that through my hard work, and I can really say that for myself. So I'm very proud of that. And I think for anyone else out there, for who wants to follow their passion, I think it's very important that you figure out exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it, because there are no shortcuts to being the best. So and if you don't want to be the best, then you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. So you have to give your 100%. And if in order to give your 100%, then you have to love what you do. What's out there, what you see, especially in my profession, what's more popular and what's out there is something that's like a watered down version, which is more commercialized, like the dancing and the music, even everything. So, but I could easily do what's out there, but that's not what I want to be. I want to take the hard path to it. So that's what's exciting about it. So and then reach that top. So that's what's always popular and what's in may not always be the right thing. So when you're choosing your passion, always figure out also how you want to do it, because someone out there who's doing it and who's successful may be successful because because of all the wrong reasons. So it's always important to figure out how you want to do it, and then kind of follow that path. So.